Every morning, I choose the quiet life I built for myself. But the moment he arrived, trouble came anyway. My name is Lana Hart. I am 26 years old, and life has never been gentle with me. My days feel heavy, and my nights feel lonely. And in the middle of all this, I carry a deep, painful crush on a man I can never have. I had just started my new job as an assistant for the youth drama program. The building was big and cold, but I liked it. It felt safe. It felt quiet. Then he walked in. His name was Evan Hale, the new director of the program. He had an old-fashioned look, dark hair, a clean suit, and a voice that sounded calm and warm at the same time. I felt something inside me shift, like someone had opened a door I did not want to open. He smiled at me and said, "Are you Lana? I have heard good things about you." I tried to smile back. "Yes, I just started." But then I saw it, the ring on his hand. He was engaged. Suddenly my heart dropped like a stone. I told myself, "Good, this means he is not for you." Still, when we began working together that day, I felt something dangerous. We laughed at the same moments. We moved in rhythm as we cleaned old props and sorted scripts. There was a soft spark, even though I tried to ignore it. When I went home that night, I said out loud, "You cannot love him. You cannot even think about him." But my heart did not listen. Weeks passed, and the problem grew. The more time I spent with Evan, the harder it was to hide my feelings. We had long days at the theater. We talked about old movies, simple dreams, and the things we feared. He listened to me in a way no one ever had before. One afternoon, as we painted a backdrop, he said quietly, "Lana, I feel like I can talk to you more than I can talk to anyone." I froze. I knew what that meant. Even if he didn't say it, my chest felt tight and my hands shook just a little. I looked away and said the only thing I could, "You shouldn't say that." But he only looked confused. "Why not?" I wanted to shout, "Because you belong to someone else. Because I cannot love you. Because this is wrong." But instead, I said nothing. Things became more difficult when his fiancée, Marissa, started appearing at the theater. She was elegant, beautiful, and kind. She thanked me for helping Evan. She trusted him. She trusted me. Every time she smiled at me, a heavy guilt filled my stomach. One evening, after a long rehearsal, Evan found me alone in the dressing room, folding costumes. He said softly, "Lana, have I done something wrong? You keep pulling away." I took a deep breath. My voice shook as I answered, "You haven't done anything wrong. That's why I have to be careful." There was a silence, a long silence. Then he whispered, "I think I understand." His words felt like a storm, quiet but full of danger. Soon the whole theater felt tense. We tried to act normal, but the air between us was tight like a stretched wire. A few people began to notice. Someone even asked me if Evan and I were close. My face burned with shame and fear. The final blow came when Marissa found a small script note Evan had written for me. It was simple, only a thank you and a smiley face, but she looked hurt. She looked scared. She looked like someone who felt something slipping away. That night, Evan and Marissa argued in the hallway. I didn't hear all the words, only the raised voices and the sound of something heavy breaking. I knew then this story could not end well, not for any of us. The next day, I went to the theater early. The lights were still off. The room felt quiet, almost sad. I waited for Evan because I needed to end this gently before more damage was done. When he arrived, his eyes looked tired. Lana, he said, we need to talk. I shook my head. No, I need to talk. He stepped closer, but I held up a hand to stop him. I cannot love you, I said softly, even if my heart wants to, even if yours does too. It will hurt too many people. It will hurt us. He didn't argue. He just looked at the floor and nodded. I don't want to lose you, he whispered. You won't, I said, but we have to change what we are, and we have to do it now. We worked in silence that day. It was hard, painful even, but also peaceful. Something heavy had lifted, even though the sadness stayed. In the weeks that followed, things slowly returned to normal. Evan focused on his wedding plans again. I focused on my job. The spark between us became a quiet memory, something soft, something private, something I would carry but never act on. Life settled into a new shape, a healthier one. I learned something important. Sometimes love is real, but not right. Sometimes the bravest thing you can say is, I can't love him.